Hello student, I am Ehkam Ansari. I am back again with yet another video lecture of Advanced Web Designing. Student, in last section of this series, we have seen different elements of form and some input type and its attribute. In previous different section, we have seen input type equal to text, we have seen input type equal to number, we have seen input type equal to date and time, we have seen input type equal to radio, we have seen input type equal to checkboxes. Okay, but now these are some important elements of form tag, but these are not input type. Okay, these are elements of form tag, but these are not input type. These are some special form which we call as, I just want to show you, drop down list and multi-line text box. Okay, drop down list and multi-line text box, these are the elements of form tag, but these are not created by using input tag, or these are not input type. Okay, so what is drop down list and what is multi-line text box? Today we will see, or our topic of today's session is drop down list and multi-line text box. What is multi-line text box and what is drop down list? See, this video, see the picture: country, United States, United Kingdom, Canada. These are certain list item. This image, this picture is called as a drop down list. Means we have list in number of list item starting from top, that is United States, up to Australia. And what is the number of list item? There are four number of list item: United States, United Kingdom, Canada and Australia. So this picture or this image or this item can be created by using a special tag in HTML5 or in form, that is a select tag. Okay, we are not going to use any input tag, but these are the elements of form tag. So if you want to create drop down list, this picture is called as a drop down list. In drop down list, we have to have more than one items. Items are created by using special tag, that is a option tag, and this tool or this drop down list is created by using select tag. So select tag and option tag both are used at the same time. Like if you want to create a table, okay, in table we have to use tr tag and td tag. So anywhere in any form or any HTML page, we can't use tr and td special especially, but if you are going to use tr and td tag, we have to use inside the table only. Okay, in the same way in standard 11 you have seen li tag, that is a sub tag of ul, that is order list and unordered list. In the same way, if you are going to use option tag, you cannot use option tag as a single tag, but select tag and option tag, both tag will work at the same time. So select tag and option tag create a drop down list where select tag is a main tag and option tag is a sub tag of select tag. So by using these two tags, we will create this drop down list. We will see in coding. Just let's have a look. Then we have a multi-line text box. What is multi-line text box? As its name suggests, multi means what? More than one. Okay, if you want to create a single line text box, for example, see in this picture, this is a picture in which in this picture we have two text box. The upper text box is a simple text box which is created by using input type equal to text, that is a default type. After that, in below we will see this is a multi-line text box. Means the size of this box is higher or greater or larger as compared to the text box. Means in this text box you can insert more than one line. Okay, multi-line text box means we will create a text box in which we can insert more than one line. and these lines are created or specified by using a special attribute, that is a rows attribute. So rows attribute specify number of rows which we are going to create inside the multi-line text box. So multi-line text box is created by using a special tag called text area. So we will see in coding, as we know, all this coding we are working inside the special application platform or application program, that is a notepad. So student, we will start our coding and we will see how technically these drop down lists are created or working inside the form, and how to create text area or multi-line text box. So flip back to our computer and we will start our notepad. So I am going to back to window and I am going to just type notepad. So start notepad. Now we are going to start our form. Then inside the form we will take these two things, that is a multi-line text box and drop down list. So we have started our application program, that is a notepad. So I will start our coding. That the first thing we have to write, not doc type. I think you get clear picture why each time I write doc type, because I have to use HTML5. We have n number of HTML starting from 1.0, then we have a different version 2.0, then 3, 4, and currently we are working on HTML5. So this line is used for HTML5. This line indicate browser, or it tells the browser that which version of HTML we are using, that is the HTML5. After that we will use regular expression, that is a we have to write HTML and closing HTML. After that we have to add sub tag of HTML, that is a head tag. After that closing head tag. Then we have to add body tag and closing body tag. Okay, I just want to add one more attribute of body tag. You might learn in standard 11, that is an attribute of body tag. For example, bg color. What is the use of bg color? You know, that is a background color of the page. By default color of page is white. If you don't assign any color to your background, it will display as a white. But if you want to change, you can assign inside the bg color attribute. So I am going to take red. See, I just want to save the file. I have added HTML body, I have closed. I am going to save the file. So I am going to save on desktop. Assign some name to your file. I'm going to assign last dot html. You can assign any name, any name. This is last dot html I have given because I think it's a last lecture of form and its attribute. That's why I have given last dot html. Click on save, flip back to your desktop. So I can open the file, I can show the output of the created page. So double click or you can right click and open the page. Right now your page is about to open. Yes. Now we have a page called last.html and the background color of the page is red. Why red? Because I have assigned bg color as red. Flip back to your coding. Now add one more heading, h1, closing h1. Between two h1, that is a heading tag. I'm going to write today's topic, that is drop down list and multi line text box. Okay, I'm going to add one more tag, that is a U tag, and closing U and opening U. You know what is the use of U tag? It's used for underline the content. So again, I'm going to save the file and I'm going to open my browser. So drop down list and multi-line text box. This heading is coming because I have just added one tag, that is H1 and U tag. H1 is the highest heading and U is for underline. Now back to our main topic, that is today's topic. First we have to use form tag because it's an element of form tag. So I will take form, then I will assign name equal to, you can take any name, for example form 1, you can take any name. Then you can take action equal to kms dot php. Then you can assign method equal to get or post. Student, remember one thing, attributes don't have any specific sequence. You can take any attribute at any time. Okay, first I have taken name equal to form1, you can take action equal to kms dot, you can take method equal to get. So there is a no sequence for assigning attribute. Okay, now I am going to close the form because it's my way of writing code. Those tag I open, I close at the same time, so it's kept away me from making errors. Okay, now I have to add drop down list first, then I will back to text area, that is a multi-line text box. First I will take a simple text box, that is a for enter name. Okay, I will take a simple text box, that is a input type equal to text, and I will assign name. You know what is the use of name? I have told you in last lecture, name is an attribute of any specific tag which is used to combine its value. So whatever value you will insert inside that text box, it will combine with that name. So you can take t1 or txt1, you can assign any name. Then I am going to add br tag. You know what is the use of br? That is a break line. I am assigning 2 br, so it will give 2 lines. After that I am going to copy this page, this line, sorry. To save your time, I just want to paste. Now intercity. Okay, intercity, I have just added input type equal to, because I am going to create drop down list. As I told you, drop down list is not an input type. So if you want to create drop down list, we don't require this line because we required a special tag called select. Student, please pay attention. Select tag is not a input tag. Select tag, then assign certain name. Name equal to, for example, you can assign cp. Okay, after that, as I told you, I open the tag and I close the tag at the same time. So I have closed the select tag. Now select tag comes with its sub tag, that is option tag. So I will add option tag. Okay, then I will assign one more attribute, that is a value, and inside the value you have to assign certain value, and closing option tag. Student, don't take tension, I will explain each and every line, not only line, I will explain each and every word of this page. Okay, so option, then value, inside between two option tag, there is an option opening and option closing. I am going to assign the value which will display on your browser. I am telling the value which will display on your browser. Okay, So I'm going to assign the first name of city, that is a Bhiwandi. Okay, Bhiwandi, and inside value I will just add BWD. I will tell you what is the use of BWD and what is mean by Bhiwandi. Okay, let me show you output of this line so you will not confuse that sir has written in number of line, then I'm showing in the output. I am going line by line so you will get clearly understand what I am doing here. Okay, I'm just added one tag, that is a select tag. Please student pay attention. Select tag, then I have assigned one attribute, that is a name. Okay, then I have close select tag, and option tag is a sub tag of select tag. Option tag is a sub tag. Like in last lecture we have seen table tag. In table tag we have tr and td tag. These are sub tag of table tag. In the same way we have seen in standard 11 we have seen li tag, that is a list item. These are the sub tag of ol tag, that is a order list, and sub tag of ul, that is a unordered list. Okay, in the same way option tag is a sub tag of select tag. Okay, so I just want to show the output of this line so you will get what is going on. Flip back to your browser. I'm just going to refresh the page. Now see, enter name. Okay, this is our text box. I just want to increase the size. Let me zoom. Okay, this is from H1. Enter our normal text box. We can take any name. Okay, intercity. See, I have just typed this word, and this box is called as drop down list. This list is called as, when you click on that it will show the list item. Okay, I just want to show in our PPT which I have created what is a drop down list. See, I am about to create this list. Right now I have added only one item, that is a, here country is written. Instead of country I have written city, and instead of writing the name of country I have written the name of the city. So I have just added the first element, first item of this drop down list. Okay, see, currently it's showing only Bhiwandi. Okay, see, in value I have given, I just want to show the coding. In value, select name equal to city, that is the name of the select tag, and in option tag I have given bwd is a value, but in my browser Bhiwandi this text is showing. Okay, so whatever you write between two option tag, that is opening and closing option tag, it will display on your browser or your list item. Now I have added one, only one, that is Bhiwandi. It will display only one. If you want to add more item, just add more option tag. I'm going to copy this option tag, control C, and just I'm going to add control V. Instead of Bhiwandi, I am going to add PU, that is, instead of Bhiwandi, I am going to add one more, that is Pune. Okay, so see the results, control S, flip back to browser, refresh the page. Okay, now click on, again click on drop down list, so you will get two items, Bhiwandi and Pune. Okay, now in the same way we can add multiple items inside the drop down list. So now I am going to copy the whole thing so it will save your time. I think you understand what I am doing here. Okay, I have just copied the about two line, I have pasted. Now I am going to add more city, that is Mumbai. I have added, and then Mumbai. Okay, after that I am going to add one more city, for example Thane. Okay, these are our nearby cities. Save. back to your browser, refresh the file. Okay, now when you click on that list, it will show Bhiwandi, Pune, Mumbai, Thane. Okay, the first item your list box will display on top. If you mention, just flip back to your notepad file. If you mention this line on first, okay, that is a Pune. I am going to cut this content, Control X. I am going to paste here, Control A. Means the first item now is Pune. So instead of Bhiwandi, now it will display Pune as a first item. Okay. Right, currently it's showing Bhiwandi. When you refresh the page, it will display Pune. Okay, so this is a drop down list. Student, hope you understood. Okay, how to create drop down list by using select tag and by using option tag. Now we will move to our next topic of today's lecture, that is multi-line text box. Single line text box we have added, that is by using input type equal to text. I am going to add multi-line text box. What is the use of multi-line text box? First we have to understand. Most of the time we have to write something regarding some website or regarding some product. For example, you purchase some product from Amazon or from any e-commerce website, and now we have to provide feedback or we have to provide something regarding that product. So our feedback can be more than, or it may be in large amount. Okay, so one line is not sufficient. In that case, IT or firm provide multi-line text box in which we can add more and more information. Okay, so for example, if you want to add certain comments, so you have to use multi-line text box. How to create multi-line text box, we will see. Okay, for example, you want to add feedback about this today's lecture. How was today's lecture? You want to give certain feedback. So I will add one more field, that is a feedback. And which tag is used to create multi-line textbook? That is a text area. Student, please remember, text area is a single word. There is no space between text and area. Text area is a single word. Then assign certain attribute, that is a name attribute. Name equal to, you can say txt or whatever, you can take anything, txt, or you can take ar, no problem. Okay, after that we have to close the text area. Okay, see, just save the file, flip back to your browser, refresh the page. Now see, the first one is a single line text box where you can type amount of data but in a single line. But the second one is a multi-line text. Multi means more than one. You can type in two line. The content will display in two time. You can add more and more, but the content will display in, this is a default value. Okay, two rows is a default value of a text area. If you want assign any rows to your multi-line text box, it will display two line. If you want multi-line or more than one line to display on your browser, we have to use attribute of text area, that is a rows and calls. So let me just give one br. Okay, one more br, so it will display a good manner. Then I am going to add rows. Rows is attribute of text area which is which specify how many rows you are going to display on your browser. If I write rows equal to 5, okay, so it will display number of rows as 5, or you can insert 5 rows at the time. Flip back to your browser. Currently I can display only 2 rows. Now see, you can add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you can add more rows, but the thing is that at the time you can display, you can show only 5 rows, because in rows attribute you have given rows equal to 5. Okay, and what is the by default value of rows? That is a 2. It will display 2. Okay, so this field is called as a multi-line text box, means more than one line. You can enter more than one line of data. Okay, student, hope you understand. These are the very good feature of forms or HTML5, in which we can add more amount of data. Okay, how to create multi-line text box? By using text area. Okay, so text area is a tag which is used to create multi-line text box, and if you want to create single line text box, that is the input type equal to text, and text area is a not an input type, and it is created by using text area tag. Now I am going to add two buttons to save the file. How to add buttons? By using input type equal to submit, and assign certain values, value equal to save. Okay, then I'm going to add one br. So after that I'm going to add one more button, that is we have seen in the first lecture of this series, input type equal to reset. Okay, I've just copied the content. What is the use of input type equal to reset? It will erase the data, or it will clear the data. Then value equal to, I'm just going to add clear. Okay, I have already closed the form. Now I am going to save the file, flip back to your browser, refresh the page. Okay, this is the save button, this is the clear button. Whatever you write inside that, and whatever you select inside that, whatever you type inside that, okay, when you click on clear, it will be erased. Okay student, we have completed our today's topic. That is, first we have seen how to create this tool, that is a drop down list by using select tag and option tag. Select tag is a main tag and option tag is a sub tag, in which if you want to add n number of items, we have to use option tag. Okay, option tag is used to add the list items. Okay, and select tag is a main tag. After that we have seen what is multi-line text box. Multi-line text box means if you want to create more than one line text box, means text box is used to accept the value from the user or from the user of that website. So in, if you write input type equal text, user can insert their data in one line only. But if the data is in large amount, we have to provide multi-line text box. For example, if you want to post certain comment or anything about any product, in that case we have to give a multi-line text box, and multi-line text box is created by using a text area tag, and these are the sub elements of form tag. As we know, form tag or form is nothing but a input from the user. In first lecture we have seen what is a form. Form is nothing but a tool or a medium to accept information from different sources or from the different user. For example, in the first lecture, second lecture, third lecture, we have seen different example of the form. If you are going to purchase a SIM card, we have to fill a form. In that form we have to provide our personal information. If you are going to open our bank account, in that case we have to fill a form. In that form we have to provide certain information. Even if you are going to log in our email, Gmail or Facebook account, in that case we have to provide our ID and password. These are nothing but a form. So forms are very important in our today's life. So we have to know and we have to understand each and everything related to forms. And we have seen from first lecture to till now, we have seen different types of input tag, how the data can be accepted from user. And in today's lecture we have seen how data can be accepted by using text area, and how data can be selected by using a list box or drop down list. Okay, hope student, I think you clear understand what we have done till now. If you have any query or any question related to today's lecture or previous lecture, please feel free to post your comment below. Inshallah, I will try to post answer. Thank you very much. Keep learning. Stay tuned with this channel. Many things to come. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.